Folks, we're back. 2025 it is here, and we're currently packing 138 orders. I've just got back from time away, been away for, well, I've only been away for about 10 days, but we put the store away for 14 days, and well, the store still delivered. We've got 138 orders. There's probably about 160, 170 actual items. I've just pulled them all out. It took way too long, but it was good exercise to learn about if I did have this volume every day, probably some things that could be changed. But if you are new here, hey, how you doing? My name's Chris, and I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle. And this is my 5th year, starting from the 11th of January. It is the start of my 5th year doing this. And last year we did some amazing results. We grew by 80% top line. We also grew profit-wise around 34%. So that was also great as well. It's been really encouraging, really overwhelming to see the experience that we've been able to achieve from doing all that. But sometimes I still have to pinch myself that this is where we're at. So I've just picked out all these orders. This is the most I've ever had to pack before. We've got everything from clothes to laptops to games to more clothes to electronics, posters, and more clothes. So this is going to take a fair bit to pack. The whole focus for today is to pick, pack and post. And now that we've pulled out all those items, we're going to actually have to start on a consolidation, this and then the other 2 rooms as well, because we're chockers. We're actually at full capacity. So there's a lot to that's at full capacity. So basically to there. So we're going to consolidate that today, but I'm going to get pick, packing and posting. Probably actually won't talk too much today. Really just want to get this done. Lots of big changes coming this year. I'm excited, I'm motivated, of course, feeling the pressure, but lots to talk about. I'm going to get all this done and I'll touch on it a little bit later. Jeez. Wow. All right, I've actually just stepped out to take a quick break and go grab a drink. It's actually been super hot up there. It was hot for the last couple of days, and it's a sweat fest. It's nice and cool outside. It's been raining, but it hasn't kind of seeped through to the storage unit. But here we are, 2025. I'm like, geez, it's been quite a busy morning packing orders. It's a total of, I've just imported them all and I'm about to actually process them all. It came out to 166 items, which, geez, just intense. And there's lots on my mind. This week I will be slowly taking you through a lot of things that are on my mind. I've been away for the last 10 days, as I said earlier, and spent a lot of the time, actually I've just been playing video games. We were in Torquay. We spent a lot of time obviously going for rides, doing walks and going to the beach and eating lots of food. But when we weren't doing anything, we're actually just playing we're playing Baldur's Gate 3. We got that on the PlayStation 5 before going away, and that game is unreal. Like, time just disappears playing it. So that's been great to just refresh. And then I have been doing a fair bit of planning as well, which is obviously leading into this year and some of the changes that I want to make and some of the things that I want to be doing to hopefully level up the business. Landing on, I think it was around 288,000 revenue wise. It blows my mind of the increase that we were able to achieve compared to last year. I'm excited to see what we can do as we continue to progress, obviously for this financial year and then obviously for 2025 in total. Now, the big thing that is on my mind is obviously the warehouse, and I'm still looking for a warehouse. I've done some big planning around what this is going to look like. I want to get into a warehouse, but I don't want to force things for the sake of forcing it at the cost of it's going to screw me around cash flow wise. So I'm going to be making some drastic changes and really squeeze the lemon out of my current situation in the storage units. I mean, if I can find a bigger space for the same price, then sure, I'm going to do it. Until then, I'm going to look until something is so good that it'll be silly to say no. Otherwise, we're going to be making some changes at the shop to really make sure that we can make this happen. And I've got a bit of a plan behind this. It's going to require a fair bit of upfront work just to get things in flow, but it's going to be cheaper than moving into the warehouse and having to put up so much capital up front. I want to see if we can yeah, do some changes first. And I'll talk about all this later. I know I'm talking in riddles and fluff at the moment, but just kind of getting it off my chest at this point in time. So this week's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm just getting into the flow of things. I'm just playing catch up. I've got to do a bit of admins. I've got to follow up with consignments. I've got to pay out consignments. I've got to do pickups. Lots of things happening. So it'll be a little bit of different than normal. And then we'll be back into the flow of things. And hopefully, well, we'll be kicking off this year to be our best year yet again. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. So appreciate you coming off for the ride. If you do have any questions, comments, chuck them down below. Let's continue on into the week. Absolutely chockers. Woo! All right. Tuesday morning, and yesterday it was a big flop. Sorry, let's reframe that. It wasn't a flop, but by the end of it, there was a lot of issues that happened, and I didn't get to talk about it. So a couple of things to take into account. I've never processed more than 70 items in a single day. Fair enough. We had 134 orders, 166 items. I learned a few things. I learned that Australia Post will only let you process 100 at a time, and then it has to split into separate, printouts, which isn't a big issue, but it is a little bit frustrating because of my flow. It also revealed where some time is taking that it doesn't need to be taking. When you're doing 1 or 2 items, it doesn't seem like a big issue. Maybe when you're doing 20 items, but because we had so much volume yesterday, I have revealed to myself a whole bunch of new friction points and areas which need to be addressed. So this week I'll be implementing them from today. I'll talk a bit about that later, but essentially just testing out a couple of the flows. So that was a big surprise. The reason why I want to get on top of that ASAP is with my goals and ambitions for this year and some of the changes I want to make. I want to hopefully see that, doing 100 orders on a Monday morning wouldn't be a crazy thing. It would be a normal thing, because after a weekend, if we've got a really successful weekend, then ideally 100 orders could be more feasible on a regular basis. So that's really why I want to make sure I'm getting on top of that now while I've got the time to do it. We didn't finish consolidation. That was a beast. Definitely learning that from the new compromises that we made last year of double stacking and things like that. Though that gives us more space, it creates a huge headache when doing the consolidation. It is also because it's a new process of just, we've got 3 on top of the 4, so we've got 7 boxes. Sometimes they weren't always in the right order. We also, because we have different sizes of stuff, meaning if I've got big jackets in bags, putting them in sequential order doesn't always work when you're stacking boxes on top of each other. So there was a few issues there. We're only probably not even halfway through doing the consolidation. So a lot of fun opportunities to fix into the first month already, which is great. That's the whole purpose of it, right? We want to get on top of these things. We want to fix these things. We want things to be better. But I have realized that as I continue to grow the store, be it a warehouse or not, I will be changing. Hear me out here. I'll be changing my skewing system. It's not something I can do today, but it's something that I'll be looking at doing. I want to move to still having a tub system in terms of the boxes that we used to put the clothes in, but I want to QR code them all. I want to have them from like a fulfillment bin style, so that way as an item sells out of that bin, it tells me that I can fit one more into it. And then essentially all we're skewing to is, yes, we're still skewed in numbers, but they get skewed into a tub or a box that never has to move. It just means we never have to consolidate again. It does mean we gain probably an extra 10 seconds of pulling the item out, but in the longer run, it's going to be a better save in time, because if I'm paying someone to do my consolidation, yeah, I could do it myself, but the idea is I'm building a business that doesn't require me. I can pay someone $300 a day to do the entire consolidation, which is great. But if I can find software that costs me only $100 a month or whatever it may be, that's cheaper than that, then it's going to be worth it. So I'm going to be looking at those things. There's lots of different things that I've got to be looking through. Today I've also got to work on getting through a whole bunch of backlog of just, not admins, but chores and things that I've got to do to set the business up for this month and this year. I've got a warehouse pickup tomorrow. I'm going to someone's warehouse, going through a whole bunch of stuff. So I've got to do a little bit of prep for that, make some space, sort some things. There's lots of things going on, but we'll talk about that later. Just getting it all off my head. Appreciate you. Let's get into Tuesday. All right, we're here. These tables have been the best little purchases that we got. But I just want to give you guys a bit of an update on things. So there is some big plans that I'm planning to make in here. So the idea is we still have to finish consolidation, but what I'm going to be planning to do is, which you already knew about from last year as well, is this will continue to turn into all of this. So that's got to come out. I am going to be, and I already am, I'm running a big sale and some of this is already sold, but all of this I'm going to probably trim it down to being just 3 bays of, we'll see. It's probably going to be 3 bays of non-clothing, and that's going to become another clothing bay. However, that doesn't need to happen straight away, because this is going to become more shelving. That shelving is actually going to be the shelving that's in here, so these two and that one. And I'm actually going to be making some changes in here. All of this will change. This will become 2 photo units, essentially, so I can have one that way and one this way. This will go into this little nook here, right here. And the plan is that I want to be able to, not knowing when a warehouse situation is going to happen, I want to be able to operate with another photographer, not alternating days, but at any time, meaning I can have 2 photographers working at the same time. I want to have that set up so that even if it means we're here for 3 months, 6 months, or another year or even, until I find the right place, I want to continue to grow. So that's going to be the quickest win. I have to spend the money for the photo booth anyway, so I may as do it now and we start operating as if we are in a warehouse. That means that we're going to have an increase of output of, obviously clothing, which is why I need to have more space in here. That's going to change, so there'll be some changes made in here. This is all going to take a little bit of time, but I'm just giving you guys a rundown. In here I need to do another little pass of things and clean it up a bit just to make it a bit more practical. I have someone coming on Friday, I think Friday, to look at a whole bunch of stuff, and then that unit needs to make some changes as well. So that's all the stuff that's currently in my mind that we're working towards. That's my short-term goal at the moment. And I've still got to do lots of other things in between. I've got to do today, I've got to finish consolidation. I also need to pull out a whole bunch of stuff from unit 63, the one that's not parallel. And consolidation wise, we have started the consolidation, as you can see, and we're already saving a fair bit. But we still have a long way to go. So I'll be doing a little bit of this today. I've got lots of things to do today. I've got to be testing the new packaging process. I've got lots of things to talk about in my head, so I'm just going to be kind of jumping between different things. But yeah, never a dull day. We're straight into it, and I love this because I love little bits and bobs that keeps me motivated. I want to try and get as much as done possible today. This week, on top of things, because we have a new order coming in at the end of next week. So I've got to do all this prep, make space here, and we also have a market next week as well. So lots of moving pieces. Give me a second, I've got someone coming down. Now the other thing that, so many things happening. The other thing is I'm currently making the changes for the photographer, for my listers, and just end-to-end processing for the new pre-owned conditioning that eBay releases on the 23rd of January. Now we've got currently listed, looks like we've got 5,200, I think it is, 5,243 listings, and roughly 4,800 of those, probably even 4,900 of those is clothing. Now most of this stuff is going to default to pre-owned good condition, which majority of it is pre-owned good condition. But there is going to be a couple of things that we're probably going to have to drop down to fair. So just working on that, but also we're putting in a new process for my listing sheet to ensure that when my photographers are taking photos and leaving notes, that they're actually tagging the correct condition and they're putting in the specifics that make that relevant to that conditioning. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, eBay has the new update and they're changing clothing from it's either excellent or new, etc., etc., but basically focusing on it's pre-owned fair, pre-owned good, or pre-owned excellent. Excellent, no visible flaws; good, minor flaws that are minimal or not really noticeable; and fair being some flaws that may affect the overall appearance and might need repair, fixing, or modifying. So we've got to go through and make all those updates as well. So lots happening. That's something else I've got to do this week. I've got a call with my lister John to make that happen this week as well. Yeah, there's that to deal with as well. And there's a few other things. One thing that I'm doing this year is just, I did it last year on I did it almost like on a weekly, quarterly basis. So I started weekly and then I moved to quarterly basis. But now I'm doing it at the moment, especially for the start of the year, is I'll be doing it on a weekly, a daily basis, just while I get things up and running, is basically doing a progress journal. This is purely for myself. I would highly recommend this for anyone that wants to make massive action, because it helps you make progress. So I've got an action list of things that I need to be doing. I'll keep this high level because some of it is a bit, personal. And all the things that I'm doing, the things that I have achieved, the things of what's making sense, what's not making sense. And the reason I do this is because one thing that I realized last year was that, it's great to have a plan. You can have a plan as much as you want, but there's an expectation versus reality of things not going to plan or things going better or worse, etc. So just being able to manage that headspace and put the things down, what needs to happen, how do I need to address it, and it just means that it's less in my head and more on paper. The other thing that I'm dealing with at the moment is I'm building a bit of a roadmap for what at least the first quarter looks like, and we started that last year, but plotting in when I've got incoming of stock, things that I want to have ready and done by certain periods of times, really tapping into, I guess, my my background experience of project management to really see if we can put in some strong milestones to see the elevation that I want to grow the business by. All of this is easier said than done. I can talk all I want, but action is going to speak louder. So really starting to set myself up for success. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I want to encourage you, if you want all these things, you got to have intention. You got to have, obviously the ambition, have the goals, but if you don't have a way of achieving it, and if you don't have a plan to achieve it, and if you don't have a routine or a consistency level of, actually showing up and putting in the reps to make this happen, it will never happen, right? So that's really what I wanted to address. Let's go do some actual work. Me again. All right, so I've just made a big change here. This bad boy is back here again. The idea is I'll be printing out a label every time I actually pack the item. It does mean that I have to do 2 extra clicks, but it's going to save me with double handling later. And because I have a credit account with Australia Post, I don't actually have to pay. I just have to put it on the account. So we'll test that today. We've got about 9 orders. It's not much. Numbers wise, things are a little bit fluffy since we got back. So before I left, I was on 82,500. And since coming back and taking 2 weeks off, we're on 77,144. We've got 9 orders to go out. We are down a little bit in terms of my 90-day running. However, in terms of performance versus last year, we're actually up compared to last year at the time of year. Because last year I came back from the Philippines and I was sick and I didn't start really till February. So if we actually track to this year compared to last year, we're actually up, which is great. We're actually up by 88%. So that's a good start. And we actually got more buyers. So, things are we're actually at a really good start. So we'll see how things are progressing as we progress, of course. Just had a couple of sales come through. Interesting. All right, I'm going to process some orders. I'm going to wait processing some orders because someone just purchased something for $850. I haven't paid yet, so I'm going to wait. The other thing that I've been doing is I've been doing a big clean out in here. So this is what I said, I got to do all this. So one of the things that always gets me excited is a new year, fresh start. It gets me motivated. The other thing is I need to be consolidating, and I'm putting off consolidating because I hate consolidating. And when I don't like consolidating, it's actually good because it means I work on things that I'd rather not do than consolidate. But this trumps it. So I've been doing a bit of a cleanup in here. So pulling stuff out that needs to go for, donations, pulling out some stock I didn't realize I had. I've got to make all this really, really cleaned up. Whether I'll finish it today, I'm not sure. I've got stock in there galore. That's all jackets. There's actually going to be a big opportunity for people to buy jackets because I've got jackets galore. Probably got 200 jackets, sports jackets like Nautica, Tommy, Nike. I've been saving them for winter. I will be listing some myself, but I don't have the space to hang them. I am thinking about putting something up here still, but there could be some opportunity to purchase some really cool jackets between $10 and $15 a piece. That's all winter sweaters, which I've got to go through, but I really want to clean all this up. It's not today, this is by the end of next week, as I was saying. And then I've already started doing this. This is all the stuff that's got to go out. This is stuff from other deals that just wasn't worth it, so it goes back to the person that I consigned for. I know it's dark in here, but I've got to clean up all the back there just to be able to get things down, make some more space. I've got to move all the RM Williams in here, and yeah, we're making great progress. It's really good. All right, let's keep going. All right, I've been doing some more stuff, but I've been waiting for a while, and I'm not going to wait any longer. If this person doesn't pay today, they miss out. So what is going out today? We've got this Lego that's gone international for $216. And then we just got some bric-a-brac, just some shirts and whatnot. This one is a vintage Lee, what is it? A Union work coat. What is it? Probably butchering it. Western Union shirt from the 60s, pearl snap. That's gone for $93, and the rest is just some Ralph Lauren and a little bit of some Adidas pants or Nike pants as well. So yeah, we're gonna get this shipped out. We're gonna test the new process and then get back to it. Just finished postage and they paid $869, of course, just as I finished, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do it right now for them anyway, so whew. And the new postage process worked a charm. So handled everything once, basically just taking it from there, packing it here. I can actually do it sitting if I wanted to, and then I just print it, pull it off. The only thing that it doesn't allow me to do is from the numbers perspective, but I can just roll it up at the end of the week or end of the month. Anyway, let's pack this Mac for this person and walk away with $869. All right, I need to start doing consolidation. That's the plan for the rest of the day. Obviously I still got to put this stuff away, but that's all gone now. Made good progress there. There's probably a couple more things that can come out, but I don't think I can take them today. They're for something else anyway. So that's done. I did take a couple of photos of some things, some retail arbitrage that I did. This stuff, basically just emptied boxes and tubs. That will probably come with me as well. That's op shop stuff. And then this will be some of the rest of the week's challenge. I need to focus on the consolidation. I have locked in a customer coming here on Thursday to go through 400 t-shirts, and yeah, I think there's that. Just empty boxes, just stuff getting it out. Yeah, my photographer number 2 is back next week. Photographer number 1, they've been here since Monday. Not in today obviously, but they'll be here tomorrow. So I want to consolidate. Let's get cracking. Just got to do the hard work. I hate this. I hate it with passion. Posty will pick up the stuff from home as they go past. So this is all we got to do. This is as exciting as it gets. Let's see how far we can get. Can I mount you here? Oh, hello. Boom. This is good. This would have been a good intro. Bam. All right, let's do it. All right, we're getting there. So far we've already saved a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes, and yesterday the photographer did 16, so we're doing all right. Still have a long way to go. Jeez. All right, just finished up all of that. About to start on this side now. I did take a bit of a break and do a few other little things just because I'm going to do this till we finish up for the day. There's all the boxes that we've done, and yeah, so we're doing pretty good. Cleaned up all over here now. That's been put away, so the plan is that my photographer is going to be here in the morning before I am, because I've got to do a warehouse pick. So they're going to continue on because there's no space for these to go into the shelving, but I need photos, so I'm going to get them to continue to do this. They will put all their completed boxes, that's going to go into here. We should be able to fit I reckon 8 there. That covers them for tomorrow, and then I will continue to consolidate tomorrow in the afternoon as well. So I'm tired. I'm actually really tired. Sorry. Anyway, let's get back to it. Hopefully I've still got maybe an hour and a half probably. Hopefully we'll get all this one done, and then we can start fresh on the other units tomorrow. Doing pretty good at the moment. We've gained probably, that's 5 times 7. Yeah, geez, all right, not too bad. Probably 35 boxes so far, and we still got a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shelving to do. Hopefully we're probably gonna gain, we may gain 70 boxes. Yeah, anyway, let's charge on. We've already gained another 4 already. Jeez, this is great. Making good progress. It's actually going better than I expected. Sales have also picked up. We've had I think our ASP today is like $160, which is because I've sold a couple more laptops, but we're off to a great start. Just going to keep the momentum. All right, unit 1 is done. Just finished it up. That actually was probably one of the quickest ones because it's the most that we've been able to pull out. But if you can see, we've now gained quite a lot. I think I just took a count. It's 24 out of this unit from here. So I started here this morning, I think it was here, all the way to here we've gained 24 boxes. I'm actually contemplating, I might actually just wrap it up there and go treat myself for a bit of a thrift. Not that I need to thrift, I don't know, I really want to thrift, but could be a nice little thing to do, just wrap up the day. I don't know what time they close. Actually, maybe they close at 4. Maybe it's not worth it. No, it closes at 5. Well, maybe we will. Maybe I'll just wrap it up there, pack up, get out of here, go for a cheeky thrift, and then head on home. Because it's a good spot to stop, and then tomorrow I can come in and start on all this, which will be there. I think tomorrow I'll be able to get all this done. Potentially, maybe. There's a lot there. Yeah, I'm going to call it. Alright, I'm going to pack it up, get out of here, and then call it a day. Go for a cheeky thrift. Why not, eh? Alright, that's it, folks. I am out of here. Maybe I'll do a quick 30-minute banger and bring out a video. Ciao, see you tomorrow. All right, it is, what's today? It's Wednesday. Oh, jeez. We're already into the thick of it, into the groove. Lots of things happening, lots of moving pieces. Heading off this morning, it's 8:20. I've got a pickup from one of my consignments. Well, it's actually a bit of consignment work, and also I get a chance to get some more clothing. So gonna do that first. That's a good 30-minute drive, and then do all that pickup. And then after that, we'll be heading back to the unit. So hopefully it won't be too long there, but we'll be sorting through stuff, so who knows. And then the plan today will be obviously pick, pack and post, and just continue to work through some of the consolidation. However, I'm actually thinking, now that I'm up to unit 2 and 3 of the consolidation process, I've got some of the bigger changes I want to make to unit number 3. I'm thinking I'm going to prioritize making those changes to unit 3 so that I can implement the consolidation into it. Otherwise, we'll be revisiting it and have to do it again. And I think it would be too long to wait to do it till the next consolidation. So we might do that today. We'll see how we go. The photographer will be in probably around 9:30. They will be doing photos. Surprise. And I think that's the focus for them. So I've made a little bit of space for them to continue to do photos. Hopefully they can get 80 done today, and that gets us ahead. And then tomorrow and Friday, well, we'll worry about that later. So big day, lots happening. Woo! Let's do it. All right, back from the warehouse, and we've got all of this clothes that I've got to sort through. That's just all the clothes. A couple of things there, some pool equipment and some VCRs. And then this is all the non-clothing, which is, it's everything. Like there is literally everything in here. There's toys, there's multi-quantity items, there's some pretty cool stuff here. Actually, who remembers these? There is some Lego in here somewhere. It's almost sealed, some really old, not sealed, but it's complete box. I'll show it to you because it's definitely going to be one of the quick wins. This guy here. That's pretty cool. So some pretty cool stuff in here, but this is going to take a little time to sort through. Some old stationery. Plan is to pack and post now. Sort clothing maybe. That stuff will be later, but yeah, let's do some work. All right, folks, we've just done a pick, and now it's time to do a pack. We actually got a fair bit of orders going out. I didn't kind of realize. I thought it was only 7, but a total of 18 orders. Probably can't see it too well, but and we're sitting on 78,092. So we're slowly creeping back up. We've got a whole bunch of different stuff going out. One person came through and purchased 5 Ralph Lauren shirts. So if they buy 5, they get 33% off. We've got some old t-shirts going out. We've got starting to sell a few more sweaters, actually. People just stocking up in advance, I'd say. We've got some shorts going out. Got a couple of toys. So we've got some Transformers. We've got some Knuckleheads. We've got a couple of books. We've got The Hobbit going out. We've got some Commander Conquer going out. We've got 2 Macs going out. Sorry, 1 Mac, and that's an old vintage Toshiba. We've even got Lego going out. So a whole bunch of different stuff. Let's get it packed. Let's get it packed up. All right, postage is all done, folks. Had some lunch. First priority is I'm going to get some of this into some level of quick wins versus need to come back to and sort. Get that done. Get it out of the way. And then I'm going to be focusing on the clothes. I'm actually feeling pretty tired. All right, let's do this. All of this to be sorted. All right, that's somewhat cleaned up a little bit more better. Taking the quick wins, which will be for later in this week. We've got these couple of tubs, but for now, they'll end up going in here. For now, get working on some of these. I'm not going to get it all out. I'll just start bag at a time. I've got to try and do this strategically because lots of moving pieces. Oh, all right, team. We have soldiered through all of this, and we ended up pulling out a total of 75 items. These all have to be washed, of course. There is a couple of higher end items in there that I've offered to do consignment on if they're worth more than 75 bucks. I think there's 2 in here which they must be at the bottom, which I think could be worth a bit more. Anyway, I've sent my offer to the customer and see if we can make it work. But for now, I think I am done. I've got to pack up a few things. It's 4 o'clock, and then get out of here. I'm done. Tired. All right, team. All done. This is all the clothes done today, which is pretty happy. There's another one the photographer's just finishing up now. So this obviously needs to get all fixed up. But it's still Thursday and Friday left, so we'll worry about that then. And still got to do all this later this week. That will be the big goal, really, to just get on top of all this. See you tomorrow, folks. And here we are again. It is Thursday. Just dropped Carla off at the train. It is 6:56 a.m. Got myself a cheeky little coffee, getting back into routine. She's back to alternating days at the at home and working from the city, so back to that kind of morning grind. Get a free it's not a free coffee, but I get a coffee anyway. All right, so what is happening today? Today is going to be a long day because I'll be at the shop until I got a big Carla up, which will probably be 5-6 o'clock. So this will be a big test for just getting back into a full day's groove. I've got to do a fair bit of admin this morning. I've got to finish my listings. I've got to pay some bills. I've got to just send some consignment invoices, all these different things. So I'll probably spend a little bit doing that this morning. And then I do have a new customer coming by to look at 300, 400 t-shirts. Hopefully you can get a deal done there. And then the rest of the day is going to be broken up into, we've got to do pick, pack and post. There's still some work around the consolidation that needs to happen. I do need to sort through all those boxes of stuff. I'm probably going to do that because I need the space. So I can get that handled today, then maybe tomorrow I can continue on with consolidation. However, I do have one of my regular consignment pickups again tomorrow, so I don't want to delay all those things because, you know, I've been away, just want to get back into the groove, you know, keep the cadence happening with my different customers. Geez, it's bright. And that enables us to then, you know, just get back into a groove as quick as possible. So means I'm working a little bit extra harder just because lots of things happening at the same time. But, you know, it keeps me honest, keeps me out of trouble. So that's the plan there. And then really just seeing what else I can do to get ahead this week to save us time for next week. But, you know, that's sometimes easier said than done. All right, well, I'll see you in the shop in a jiffy. Oh, hey. All right, so let's get set up, eh? Jeez, I'm already tired. Give you a quick little update on some things. So, photographer yesterday did 80 items. Ended up doing pretty much nearly all of this. Still got one more batch of this. There's a nice little brush popper in there. So all that's been done. We're then going to have to work on all of this and this. I want to get this all cleared out because that stuff's been sitting for a while. I know I showed some of this already, but it just helps you understand my process. This all needs to go in here. Need to do all the consolidation here. They're all good to go, but I'm thinking we'll keep them on there until that's all done in there. And then in here we have so much stock. We've got 80 kilos of pants. We've got 200 that's there and there of mixed assorted men's and women's. We then got the stuff yesterday, 75 pieces. At the back there, we've got about 45 kilos of sweaters. Actually, it's probably 65 kilos of sweaters, like wool sweaters, cardigans, all that stuff ready for winter. And then we've still got some jackets in there too, but the jackets I'm not too fussed on at this point. So we've got plenty to do. Photographer's not until Monday now, so I've got to do a whole bunch of let's just clean up stuff. That's the focus today and tomorrow. Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna just get out a table just here, set up and do some work, and yeah, I'll check in shortly. Alright, so I have now done a whole bunch of admin. I've paid staff wages. I had to pay my Amex, so I leveraged my Amex to get a longer cycle time between my cash flow, and it was due today, or sorry, tomorrow, so I've paid that as well. Did a couple of other little admin bits and bobs. Just got to also plan for my end of quarter BAS statement. That's not due to pay till February, but just making sure I'm on top of that. Done all those things. Now I'm going to do my listings. I've already done a few, so I'm focusing today on, looks like it's going to be button-up shirts, short sleeve, which is pretty good because we're still in summer. And the way I do that is my lister John has already done them. I just got to go through them, review them, and price them. And that's really just to do a proofreading. And then I actually put them into my spreadsheet as well. And that's how I get all my data points around, how we're tracking, how we're trending, and all those different things. So that's why this looks the way it does. Pretty quiet today. I've only had a couple of sales this morning, but we're doing okay for the week. We're on track to do about 6,500 for the week so far. That should pick up as well. So let's charge on. All right, so this is all the stuff that I'm going to be taking some photos of now. I finished my listings. I want to get a whole bunch more done. We've got some cool stuff. We've got Pokemon Gold here, but I believe that's just the case only though, but that should still go well. Got some little Polly Pockets. We've got these really old, well, I don't know if they're actually that old, but they're little Matchbox cars. And they still say patent pending on them, so that's weird. Some more Matchbox, this guy. We've got an air drill. We've got the Lego that I showed you yesterday. We're going to get that listed today. We've got some South Park stuff. Showed you these as well. These are pretty cool memories. A whole bunch of other stuff down here as well. Tiny Teddy bum bag. And then we've actually just here is a whole bunch of more Matchbox cards and stuff that I've got to sort through and just see if it's worth. I'll probably end up just bundling them all up. I'll see if there's anything here worth it by itself, but I think they're all just for a bundle. So I'm going to get all that done, and then we'll probably do a pick, pack, and post. I've got a couple of people pending for some orders. There is some bags here that I picked up yesterday as well in that consignment deal. I might try and get through those as well. And then after lunch, I have my customer coming. They'll be going for all these shirts plus another 5 boxes of those. So yeah. Let's do some work. Oh, all right. So we've got orders to go out. We've done 19 orders today. Well, sorry, not 19 orders today. 19 orders to send out today. But we've actually just had another sale come through just now as well. So we've got 19 to go out, and we're on 78,000. So we're continuing to creep back up. A lot of it is shirts. We've got a lot of Wrangler, a lot of Ralph, a few shorts. There is a Lee denim jacket in there. Mainly just Western stuff and Ralph Lauren. Got some PSP games. Got 2 Max going out here as well. And that's kind of it. Really just bread and butter stuff, I guess. One thing that was pretty cool, I think I already mentioned it, but we finished last year as #1 of men's active sports shorts seller in Australia, and #2 in men's casual shirts. Be good to retain that going forward every month. Definitely a challenge. It's there's a lot of things on my mind at this moment. Just you know, as we grow the business, growing the business requires more effort, work, output, input, all these different things. But they're all good problems. Anyway, let's pack these orders and get it done. Postage is all done. Just had some good news as well. Customer coming to look at all the shirts. So that's all the postage there and there. The customer is coming a bit early, so they'll be here in about 15 minutes, which is good for me because I can get this all done. So they'll be going through all of this. There's a couple of extras there as well. Oh look, another sale. So I'm just taking it easy till then, and then once they're gone, I can, well, depending on how much they take, I can probably do a little bit of shuffling, and then I'll finish up the day on this because I'll be here till 5 anyway. So yeah, woohoo! Whew. All right, it's almost been 2 hours. Well worth it. Very grateful for the individuals that came and did pay up. Spent a good amount of money. So good amount of that was gone. I think we sold 117 pieces. So very grateful. I've got to clean all this up now. First, I'm going to take a quick break, have some lunch, and do a little bit of admin. Just got to do the invoicing and stuff, and then yeah, good stuff. Never a dull day. Just had some more stuff get dropped off. Got these old vintage scales. We've got a waxing machine. We've got some more jeans, hats, Duplo in box. This one's pretty cool. At this point, I mean, he's really just picking stuff and then I'm selling it for him. We got, what was the other thing? Oh, I've got a couple of radios. Pretty cool. And old bag. What was the other thing I got? I think that was it. And there's some more clothes in there as well. So this one we're going to get listed ASAP because it is Australia Open this week, next week. So what a day. Like, I mean, we're not even done yet. It's only 3 o'clock. I've got a call with one of my mentors shortly, but we've done $1,700 today. Obviously, a lot of that was wholesale, but I just had someone come through and purchase 6 pairs of shorts as well. So, very grateful. You know, one thing I've been pretty frank about it is, the thing that stresses me out is building this business is it's not easy. And my biggest challenge is continuing to be able to obviously turn over stock quickly as possible, ensure to gain as much cash flow as possible while retaining a profit and trying to push and scale at the same time. All of those moving pieces has been a huge struggle. And oh, there goes the light. But you know, when you have days like today when things just work in your favor, the person that came and did my actually purchased the items today, that, you know, they purchased 117 items. That was a market lead. That came from the market. It actually came from my social media, them seeing me at the market. They came down, they liked what they saw, and they asked if I had more, and I said, yeah, come down to the shop. So there's huge opportunities out there, folks. You just got to be willing to tell people what you do, have conversations, be willing to, you know, do things differently. Yeah, I'm just reflecting. It's been a good day. It's hot, it's sticky. I've got to go sort of this stuff. There's so much stuff. It's all good problems. All right, team, I am officially done. It is 4:40. I just got a message from Carla. She's on her way home, so I've got to go pick her up in about an hour. So I'm just gonna, I've already actually started to pack up because I was expecting the message anytime. So everything's been put away. I did manage to put some things into lots, so they're good to go from tomorrow. Just got to put those away. Obviously there's still stuff here as well. But tomorrow I'm getting another deal, so just so much stuff. I need to clean all of this. I'm not getting as much as I wanted to get done this week, but we're making great progress in other ways. But the plan is, yeah, we've still got to do all that. So anyway, ciao. Friday! All right, here we are, the end of the week, the end of the first week of the year, which just blows my mind because we're already charging on. Things are going crazy in terms of we're moving so quick. This morning I've got to go to the post office, quick little drop off there, and then off to do a consignment pickup. This is my electronics one, and then we'll be back to the unit. Now, depending on how much stuff I have today, if I can put it to the side, maybe I won't sort it, but most likely I will sort it because I won't be able to contain myself. and we're going to do a pick, pack and post. We've got quite a few orders. It's been pretty good. We ended up doing, with the wholesale yesterday, we ended up doing around 2,200. Without the wholesale, we ended up doing about 1,100. So still very good day on eBay and off eBay. So let's continue to see what we can do today. You know, really my biggest focus at this point in time should be to continue to do the consolidation stuff. So if I can make space, I will do some massive action. It is going to be a hot one today, but there's just a lot of moving pieces. Worst case, I have a plan. If I don't get to do the consolidation today, the rest of it, or some of it, then we do have Monday, and I have a plan of where we can put the rest of the stock while we're doing that. But really, I'll be pushing my luck if it's any time after Monday, because it's going to start to put into space, like it's going to start to challenge my space of where I can, you know, flat lay clothes and things like that. So this is what we like to call just-in-time delivery, just things working out just as they need to, just in time. So with that said, let's charge on. It's a big day, got lots to do. Whew, if you've got any questions, please ask down below, and by the end of the day I will be taking you through my thoughts, my lessons and everything for this year. So there's probably be a big conversation a little bit later. Let's go. Consignment collected. Let's get back to the unit. I'll see you in a jiffy. All right, we're back. We're all set up. I've just unpacked everything in terms of getting set up to take action. It is hot again. It's sticky in here. It's disgusting. We got a fair bit, not crazy amounts, but enough to keep me happy. Media. We've got more media and video games in there. Laptops. I think there's a VCR in there. More laptops, and oh yeah, there's some more laptops under here as well. And then in here is all, hopefully, all some mobile phones. Oh, and another laptop. So I'm gonna actually get all this out, sorted all now. Don't know if I'll sort the phones. The rest of it I do, because I need to kind of see what I've got space for. I've got to take all those laptops out for to my guy as well. That's got to happen in the next week and a half, I think. I might call him and see if he can pick them up. Anyway, lots to do. Let's get cracking. Alright team, I actually sorted it all. Did all the phones as well. It only took about 15 minutes. There wasn't a lot. We've got a lot of MacBooks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 3 in there which we will be able to repair and hopefully flip for a higher dollar. Otherwise the average price on these is about $60, maybe a couple of 150. All of this, I think there was only one laptop in here that we can repair. There's a lot of bugs in here, it's annoying. That we can repair. So a lot of these will just be scrap. Goes to my guy, and we just got to wait. We pull out all the hard drives, etc. But if there's probably one, there might be one above 100. There might be 1 or 2 in there that I can sell as parts only, which will probably be, again, $40 to $60. Some of the Max parts only can go up to $100, but I haven't checked which models they are. But some of these are, oh yeah, 1466, so that will be a repairable one. So yeah, there might be a few in there. Those are all just nothing. This has all now been sorted: Samsung, Google, and iPhone or iPod. The rest is like HTC, Oppo, and Vintage. Not as much today, but I'm still happy with that. We did get remotes. We've got a few cameras. We did get a DS, things like that, phone there, and then just some blank media. So that was a quick little sort through. There is a amplifier over there as well. So I'm happy with all this. Very good. I've got to put these away. I'll quickly skim through them, see if they're worth keeping or not. I got to do these laptops hopefully next week. I just got to get them gone. I need the space. Not too bad. Oh, and then we got did I say we got remotes as well? So yeah, I'm happy with this. Good little gig. Hopefully we'll have probably this plus more in February, just because they said they're still getting started back up, so it's a bit slow. So anyway, good stock. This will give me some good stock for next week. Might list the DS straight away, parts only. Yeah, let's get this all put away. And then it's only 11:19. I'm thinking of actually doing another big cleanup, starting so we can make some progress in here, because I still want to put the shelving in here. If you were listening at the start of the video, I want to get this back into the other unit. Put a couple more shelving units in here, so that when we consolidate this, we're starting from a different section. This is going to take a little bit more time. Yeah, we'll see how we go. If I don't get to this today, my plan is on Monday when I have my photographer in, because they've got to finish all of this before we start to bring in more clothing. So they still have space here to put boxes if they finish it up. So I think we potentially might have a week to save my space. And then of course, if I can empty these out, these ones that are going to be going in here. So probably 1, 2, 3. I might put one of them in here if I can get this all sorted. It's going to be a crazy week next week. I want to get this sorted. I'm thinking of changing that racking there to moving it over one, and then put one more shelving unit in there. Lots of things are going to change, but you know, it requires work and a bit slow this week, but I'm very happy. We've had a very productive week in terms of sales and progress for the week. How we're tracking, I've got to think, what I've got my phone, I'm trying to find my phone. I know I've gotten some feedback about me moving around with this camera. I do apologize. What have we got here, just to give you guys an idea in case I forget to do it later. All right, so we're back on 79,000, which gives us a bit more hope because we're getting back to where we were prior to taking time off. And we've got a total of 16 orders to go out, which not too bad. By the time I post, probably a couple more payments come through. Maybe we'll end up doing 20. Multi-quantity orders have slowed down this week. There was one person that purchased 6 pairs of RM Williams yesterday, but otherwise it's been pretty chilled. One person pending to pay has purchased 2 Ralph Lauren. Yeah, I might have a banana and start on the next task. Alright, things are getting wild. I've started to clean up all of this. A lot of the laptops and everything's gone away. Putting them into this tub. I've now booked in to hopefully get all this picked up, dropped off next week. I'm just making some space here. This is going to become another shelving lot. I don't want to do all the shelving changing until that's done. That can't happen until next week. So I'm just getting in here to make space, just so I can get things out of the way. The idea is I need to get that rid of next week, because next week I have my 500 kilos arriving, which is just my incremental amount. So I need to have that gone so I can put this stuff into these shelving lots. So that's making good progress. I'm making up a couple of tip run boxes. And then in here, I've already made some changes as well. You probably can't see it that well, but I moved things to the side. So I've got extra space here, but that's gonna, yep. I'm just doing the quickest wins that I can do at the moment. And it is 12:30, so I'm anxious of time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pause here. I'm gonna have some lunch, finish lunch, do the postage, so that's just out of the way. And then we'll finish up all this till the end of the day. Just so I don't get myself stuck into something and I don't get it done and I can't do the postage. So, oh, I just sold a Red Dead Redemption poster for $119. Nice. Alright, so lunch, pick back a post, finish up. It's hot. Alright team, we've got some interesting stuff going out. We've sold this old girl, the scary doll. Got some Goosebumps going out. That went for like, I think it was $50. It's just crazy actually. Went for... Why is this not scrolling? My mouse is broken. There we go. Went for $51.20. The rest is really just bread and butter. Ralph Lauren, we've got a pretty cool Wrangler going out. This one went for $88 plus postage. Some Dangerfield gingham pants. Looking at Sabres actually. Yeah, just pretty much bread and butter. And then we've got the Red Dead Redemption poster that's gone out. So this one, pretty cool. So, all right, let's get to work. Whoo! All right, postage is done. It is so hot in here. Just checking in. It's 2 o'clock. I'm gonna go do all the cleanup out there now. And I'll talk about this at the end of the video. I'll do a real rough and tough recap of the week and my thoughts and everything that I'm taking in. But I just wanted to give you a snapshot of where we're at for the 10th. we've had 7 sales today. We've done $413, but for the week we're sitting on 6,351. Target, that number I'll adjust over the next couple of weeks once I've kind of got a good groove. In terms of FY25, we're currently tracking weekly at around 6,200. Month we're averaging 27,000. EAC estimate at completion is 325,000. So it'll be interesting to see what we can do for FY25. Now, of course, we've just started 2025. The goal for 2025 will be to basically mimic what we did and then see what we can do going forward. At the moment, we're tracking to do for... I've got all these numbers. Look, this is all very rough and tough, but for January, we're currently focusing on doing 29,883. That's as of the 10th of Jan. Now, if we're going to average, probably, I think by the end of the year, I would like to think that our average month is 30,000. That's probably the goal. Because we did in 2024, basically from every month from, must have been June? Yeah, every month from March we did above 20,000. And our average between March and December was 25,900. All right, so here's all the stats here. So last year we averaged 24,000 per month. So this year, ideally by the end of it, if we can continue to grow, we should be doing an average of 30,000 per month. If we can do 30,000 per month, that should get us to, 360,000. But really the stretch goal is I would like to do 400,000. And beyond that, see what we can do. It'll be interesting to see where we land. We've got big things happening this year. I'm going to continue to be bullish. I am thinking about, I won't talk about that now. There's lots of things on my mind, and we'll leave that for another week, but I need to go do some work. Let's go clean up. All right, this is looking much better. So much more room. It's good. Still got to do all of this though. All right, team, I am done. I am packing up and getting out of here. We'll talk about the recap of the week on the way home. Woo! And that is a wrap. Week 1 done and dusted of 2025. Just madness. How am I feeling? I'm feeling motivated. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. At the same time, I'm exhausted. There's lots of things I'm worried about, and lots going on, which, this is normal, I guess, now. If you've been watching for a while, you'll know it's kind of normal. I never kind of just have a simple normal week. A normal week for me is just lots of things going on. And I'm grateful that this week has been somewhat like that, because it gets me back into the groove. I'm just forced to, get my hands dirty and get the traction that we need to really start to boost the year into the year that I want it to be. And you're not going to get those bigger results by not doing the action that it requires. I am a little bit, iffy that there was lots of moving pieces this week, which probably have pulled me away from my true intentions, but we've had some wins. We had some big wholesale deals. I might have just sold out a whole bunch more. And all those things take time and take effort and reshuffling, and ideally that's why I really didn't want to spend too much time this week doing content, because I knew that I wanted to get ahead on a whole bunch of things. And even though we're not there, obviously next week, and it's just the start of the year, right? So even if it's going to take me another week and a half to really just get myself into a position, and then we can really just start to put in the reps to then elevate again. It's just lots of moving pieces. I also had another consignment rock up from my other customer just before I left there as well. So just lots of things I got to deal with. All good problems to have though. So takeaways, lessons for this week. Well, it's just, you're not going to get the results without doing the work. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I've got big ambitions, big ideas, big things that I want to see this year. But at the end of the day, I've got to take one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time, and make sure I'm continuing to do the things that are going to get me closer to that And sometimes I can get a little bit, it seems distracted that we're not getting there, but all the things that I'm doing today enable us to get closer to where I want to be, whether it's because it's clearing out stock, or whether it's making room for stuff, or just, you know, all these different things. The beauty is, except for this week because I haven't had all my staff in, but that is why it was so crucial that I had my clothing arm of the business just basically being managed by someone else, in terms of, you know, I can have people taking photos, I've got the listings going up. So a non-negotiable is I've got stuff that's helping the business tick over, and that is the core of the business. All this other stuff I'm doing is either making sure that I've got the ability to be able to grow in that area, or it's to bring in other parts of the business, right? Whether it's the electronics, whether it's the phones, whether it's all the consignment stuff. So all of this is part of that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So yeah, I'm grateful, very happy. We had a really good win of a week. Not sure what's going on with the warehousing situation. As I said, if I can stay in the storage unit and make it work, we will do that. And I am continuously still looking for a warehouse. I'm meant to have one next week. They're going to call me on Monday. But, you know, I want these things to happen as they should happen, and not force them for the sake of forcing them. Sorry, I'm tired. All right, I'm going to go drop off this post, get home, take some rest, and we're back here to do it all again next week. Appreciate you. If you did have any questions, I'll leave the video there. I'll chuck up on screen the dollars where we land. I think we'll land on probably 7,000, between 7 and 8,000 maybe, because obviously today's Friday, and hopefully we can continue to make this as the you know, the bare minimum each week. That would be great. It would be good to be able to hit a $10,000 week this year as well. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, lots on my mind. If you want to continue the conversation, drop a comment, leave a message down below, and yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Let's grow the channel as well, and I will see you next time I'm looking at you. Ciao.